even though the NBA season is over, the summer is never quiet when it comes to the NBA. I feel to me, in the summer is when everything gets dramatic and you have more stories and fun things happening. So in July 1st, the free agency starts. I'm excited about that. But then July 15th, I get to go to New York because there's an NBA kind of lifestyle fashion show. I'm excited about this. You guys can't come there. So
are they going to be talking about pink?
No, they've got this amazing designer. His name is Ashraf. I can never say his name is Ashraf, but he's one of the ones that all these NBA players wear. Okay. So NBA players galore in New York. So I will be there on the 15th of July. And then on the 1st of August, we have the NBA Africa game all the way in Joburg.
That's
you guys
come in. Right?
I'm trying to go with our producer, our director Adrian. So it's going to be so much fun. I'm really, really excited about that. And then we have the Summer League, and then we have the NBA Global Games that's going to happen in Milan, just across the road from us. So if you know you're broke, you can afford a £50 flight to Italy and watch the game because the Celtics are coming to town.
They're playing some walkless team. Milan are playing some walkless team. When I say walkless,
but you guys
I don't mean Lakers.
Remember,
I don't mean the Lakers.
Remember when the defending champs got beat in Europe last year?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Don't get too brave, I'm just saying.
And I was in Istanbul when they nearly got beaten again.
But also, what will be happening this summer is the story. So, you know, Luol Deng, the former GM of the Hawks, made a statement about Luol, saying that Luol's got a little bit of African in him. Now, I don't know if people know, but Luol is actually African. so I don't know why he said he's got a bit of African. So that may be kicking off this summer. But also the case with Talbot from the Hawks. Remember, he was arrested by the New York police officers, and it's gone quiet during the NBA, playoff and the finals. But I think in the summer it will kick off. So please keep an eye out for that. But with all the events, guys, what are you most looking forward to this summer?
As well as all the wonderful stuff that you've said there, I'm looking forward to being involved with NBA Europe. I'm lucky enough to do some stuff with them there. So I don't want to go to Milan. I don't want to see the Celtics.
But
I
you
have
will be going
no
to
interest
Milan.
Oh goodness me! If I have to. But the other thing I'm looking forward to as well is the Great Britain game, which is coming up.
When is that happening? Where is it happening?
It's happening in July. It's going to be at the Copper Box, and of course we've got our boy Drew Sullivan. It's going to be his 100th game, which at any level is a remarkable thing. It's a massive achievement. So well done to Drew Sullivan. Looking forward to doing that, and hopefully we get to speak to Drew as well.
Can I just ask you guys something? Joe Freeland, the second Brit still in the NBA at Portland Trail Blazers, is sounding a bit like LeBron when it comes to free agency. I love Joe. Thank you again for your interview this year. But what are you doing, bro? Why are you turning down that money? Bruv. What are you guys saying about this?
He wants
$3 million?
You know what? Yeah, $3 million is a lot of money. And
man, I wouldn't sneeze at that.
Do you know what? He must have some type of faith in himself, or he's seen a bigger picture. I don't know what it is, but it's interesting enough because I can't remember whether it was Damian Lillard or LaMarcus Aldridge. They said that he's a key member to the team despite how much game time he's had. So they value him, and those are the key players in the team. However, hey, I don't know Freeland like that personally, so whatever he's got going on, or he must have his vision set on something. So if he believes in himself, go for it.
And I think you're right. I think it's, first of all, let's say, how good is it that we're sitting here talking about a British player, and chatting about him in the NBA. So respect to Joel for that, because that's what this game needs. British game needs those role models. And you go back to some of the players who've talked about Joel's contribution and what he brings to the team. And I know he had he had a bit of a time trying to settle in there, but he did settle in there. He stepped up, and listen, he ain't talking about no 3.8 or 4 or 4.5 million without some advice. He ain't talking about that unless he knows that he's going to get it, or he's going to be getting it.
I'm telling you why Joe is asking for that money. I don't know if you guys remember, cast your brains back during the season, the beginning of the season, and Joe got into a bit of a fight with one of the players.
Yeah, don't mess with them.
Remember?
British man. Don't
And
mess
he
with them
said to the guy, bruv, don't come from me, yeah? I'm from London.
Don't mess with the British mans.
And then all of a sudden, everybody looked at him differently. I mean, I spoke to Joe during the season this season, and he said, you know what? I'm enjoying being here. I've learned a lot. I actually want to come back home this summer and give a lot more to the kids of London when it comes to basketball. So whatever vision that he does have that we don't have for him, I'm excited to see what it is. Because if he's asking for more than $3 million a year, then Joe obviously knows the plan.
He knows his worth, yeah.
But we're really, really excited for what's going to happen over the summer. You guys stay tuned to the Drop Facebook and Twitter, and we're going to keep you updated throughout the summer. Let's talk about Golden State Warriors. Now, I was shocked to learn that David Lee was earning more money than Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I was shocked to know that even Klay Thompson was earning more money than Steph Curry. Now, the Warriors are working with David Lee for him to be traded to a different team. Who else do we think is leaving the Warriors this season?
I think it's a hard call at the moment. They've got a nucleus, and that will only get better as well because that team, you know, if you think about it again, that's a first-year team, really. I think the main focus is going to be on David Lee because if you imagine this guy was a starter at the beginning of the season. And then he was benched. Kerr threw him onto the bench, which is a big move. It's a big move by Kerr. So props to Steve Kerr for doing that.
It was because of injury, though.
It was because of injury, but then to actually say, you know what, it's working here.
Yeah.
You ain't coming back in. I'm going to stick with what I've got here. And fair play to him. When things started to go a bit haywire again, he brought Lee back in again, and he started playing him. So in games 3 and 4. Lee absolutely contributed with some good figures off the back of him. So he's still a good player, and there's going to be a lot of teams where he will really. Where
can we see David Lee though? Where can you picture him?
Sorry, the only issue with David Lee's his contract. If I got it correctly, he's earning 15 million on that last year. So it's not going to be a team who is close to the salary cap. It's going to be a team that's got money to spend, and unfortunately, that's what he's going to. No, fortunately for him, he's going to have say because he's going to work with the team. But interestingly enough, do you know who ranked 2nd and 3rd this year in salaries for Golden State?
Who? Klay.
Nope. David Lee, number 1. Andrew Bogut, number 2.
Both of them got dropped as well.
Yep. Iggy at 3. Steph Curry's number 4. And this year, as it stands, Klay Thompson was 8th on the team in terms of salary. All that's going to change next year because of their contracts and stuff. Yeah. But they have to shift him all, and they're doing this all because of Green. They want to offer Green as much money as possible because they're trying to retain him.
But what if?
Do you think there'll be a drastic change in Golden State?
I hope not.
I don't think so.
I don't think there needs to be.
But what if, let's say, the 76ers decide to match Golden State Warriors whatever money they decide to give Green, and Green decides to go back to Philly?
Nah, I think
Green's the idiot.
Yeah. because Golden State have already said that they're going to match whatever. They will match whatever is offered,
and they've just won.
And they've just won. And you want to stay, no matter what we talk about with with the money side of things. He ain't getting pennies. He ain't getting McDonald's chump change. He ain't getting penny. He's getting paid, and he's on a team which he know can be another championship winning team.
To me, Draymond Green sound and behaves like he wants to be a superstar. And I think for me, he might want to go somewhere where he will be the star and he'll be the face.
Do you know what? I'm looking from a coaching perspective. Sorry to put it out there again. He doesn't have the skill set. No. Let's Draymond. No. Draymond.
I don't like the guy.
No, Draymond. I like him.
I don't.
I love him.
I don't like him, especially after what he did and start making fun of the Cavs. No, it wasn't hilarious. It was dry. It was as dry as my foot.
No,
it wasn't cool. My foot ain't dry, by the way, but I'm just saying.
Do you like Draymond Green?
No.
Do you like Draymond Green?
Yup. No, but seriously, all jokes aside, Draymond Green, I love him. I think he's a great player. I think he's got a great skill set. However, superstars need to be able to create for themselves consistently on a nightly basis, 82 games, and he doesn't have that.
And you know what? There reaches a certain point where he recognise that, because the last thing you want to do is go somewhere where you're going to get the same money at the championship team that you've just lost, to be exposed.
Exactly.
Because the last thing that these players want is to be exposed.
Yeah.
Boy, Dwayne Wade.
My boy
Dwayne Wade. It's reported that Dwayne Wade is looking, because they have mutual interest at the Lakers. So this means that he's leaving Miami and he's heading to the Lakers. Do we think this is going to actually happen?
Yes.
You're sticking by your guns.
I'm sticking to it.
But his dad was wearing a Cavs t-shirt last night.
As I said,
And they're trying to throw us
on Twitter, on Facebook, the Lakers top didn't fit. It didn't fit. It absolutely didn't fit. I think he'd be a great fit in LA if he can stay healthy. Can you imagine him and Kobe? Kobe in his last season?
Don't wait till Lakers, Alan.
As much as I like and respect Dwayne Wade, I've got concern about his health. In the last 3-4 seasons he's played, I think, the max of 60 games or something. And I hope if he is going there, they're not offering him a max contract or anything lengthy, because there's loads of youths that are coming up. I like the sounds of loads of other people in free agency. I'm not going to name who just yet because you want to bring it up later. I just don't want to waste that much money on him. That's but otherwise than that, I'd love to have him if he accepts a mid veteran level contract.
That's harsh.
See, I think that might be the sticking point, because that's one of the reasons why he wants to leave Miami. Because you were talking about earlier about Golden State Warrior and Steph Curry being fourth. I think D Wade, if Goran Dragic gets his contract, he'd be like the third highest paid player at the Heat. So you know what, he deserves to be paid. He deserves to get his money.